And Capricorn, I hope all is well, and I hope you can hear me clearly. Let me check my mic volume. Just one moment. Let me turn it up. Hopefully you can hear me, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So this is your session. And we're going to take a look at what you need to know. All right. Do not force any of the channel messages, Taurus. Why did I call you Taurus? You're the second zodiac sign that I call Taurus. All right. Taurus is a stubborn energy. And so I'm not calling you stubborn, Capricorn. You may be dealing with a Taurus or you're in Taurus's energy. Taurus, there's a situation. Okay. Taurus house is about, facing a situation, acknowledging a situation, being in the middle of a situation. You let me know, Capricorn. Okay. But for the most part, when it comes to your intentions, so what deck do I want to start off with? Let's start off with your transformation message, okay? To see what comes out for you, Capricorn. All right. Before I go further, why is Taurus energy showing up in Capricorn's session? But before I start, Most High, thank you so much for blessing the gift of intuition. As an intuitive reader, allow this reading to bring confirmation and understanding for Capricorn. Thank you. I want to know why Capricorn. I'm going to do 2 spreads. Why Capricorn's energy, and for those of you who are dealing with the Capricorn, we'll do why Capricorn is in your energy first. Why Taurus is in your energy first, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Why is Taurus's energy? Why is Taurus energy divine? Why is Taurus energy coming up in Capricorn session? You could be dealing with the Capricorn. Something about both of you know a secret. Both of you work together. Something you don't see. Denial. Ooh, someone, your word against theirs is why Taurus is coming up in your energy, Capricorn. Your word is it's kind of like, who's telling the truth in the situation, Capricorn or Taurus? All right, but overall, the straightforward message in regards to why Taurus's energy is showing up in your session, it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. All right. So what's the truth? What's not the truth, and what is the truth is what I see. No judgment no judgment zone here. This is a safe space for you, Capricorn. This is this is where how do I say this? I'm stumbling on my words communicating with you. So whoever's communicating, that's how they communicate, because I don't communicate like this. I say what I say and I mean what I mean. I know when to be genuine. I know when to be compassionate. I know when to be content. I know when to be open. I know when to just shut my mouth. And I know when to speak up for myself. All of those, the way that I communicate, they're not the same. Okay? I know how to talk reckless. I know how to talk impulsive. And neither one of those sound the same either. So whoever's communicating is stumbling upon those words. I'm tapping into that Taurus energy. Who's telling the truth? Moving forward, for those Capricorns that are dealing with the Taurus, why is Taurus showing up in Capricorn's session? Why is Taurus, showing up in Capricorn session? I feel like I'm calling Taurus Capricorn. I don't know. Could be a part of some type of association. I don't know. That's what I'm pulling in. I'm not talking out of the side of my neck, Capricorn. All right. That's between you and Taurus. I don't know. No one's supposed to know about the association. I don't know. It's your business. That's the main key. It's your business. All right. What is the advice for Taurus? I mean Capricorn. That's dealing with the Taurus. Ooh, envy is on the top. Envy, happiness. Okay, so there was a deal. I see a deal here. Empathy and grief. So the way the I'll say this. There was a plan. Okay, the plan ain't going the way it's supposed to go for one of the parties. You Capricorn or Taurus? I don't know. You don't have to share with me. That's your business. Okay. Unfortunately, let's say the plan is going for Capricorn. You are. I'm not going to say you're, but there's a possibility that envy can be on the verge of, he say she say is the reason why Taurus is disturbing your world in some type of way. But for the most part, Taurus could be disturbing your world. You decide on what side of the coin you're on, the heads or the tails. Okay, if you're not playing the game here, dealing with the Taurus, okay? Taurus, it does not. The assignment was to do something. I don't know what that is. Courage. Oh. I just see a battle between two people. Neither parties want no one. Neither of you want each other to be happy. And someone is upset because someone has access to empathy. And the only reason why envy could be produced, right? If Capricorn, you choose to operate in empathy. I see getting over some type of happiness, right? I'm not allowed to touch this, Capricorn. I'm not. So we're going to have to move forward. But your session hasn't even started yet. I was just trying to figure out why Taurus's energy was in your energy. But moving forward, let's go ahead and start your session. What's the transformation message for Capricorn, please? I guess somebody is stupid. I don't know. Having fun. Okay. Taurus, see, goodness gracious. Oh wow. You've known it for quite some time. That's what someone doesn't know, or that's what people don't know. You go way back. I don't know if energy keeps coming in here, but I'm not going to entertain it, nor am I going to deliver any more messages because I was already divinely guided to leave it alone. But in pertaining to your transformation message, all right, I'm just going to read this to you and you take it for a grain of salt or a grain of sugar. Capricorn, you're being asked to stop. Last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. Very straightforward message, Capricorns. Okay. Get out of trying to figure out the next step. Get out of your masculine energy of connecting the dots. Analytical, it's saying take a break. Okay. Take a break, Capricorn. What's another transformation message for those of my Capricorns who are not in their masculine energy. Yeah, for those of you, I don't want you to be like, I'm not masculine. If you're logic and analytical, you operate in masculine energy. No one's talking about gender. Did I say anything about male or female? No, I didn't. I said masculine energy. All right. What other transformation message do you have for Capricorn? Thank you. So it's a storyline here. Something you need to learn, study, just ask, and let go. All right. If you don't know how, right, to move forward and go through this transformation of letting go of something you're holding on to, just ask. Ask your guides to assist you. And you can also ask loved ones. You can also ask some type of assistance, public assistance to assist you as well. I prefer to get public assistance. Okay. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you a suggestion. Public assistance is confidential, and you don't have to worry about nobody airing out your dirty laundry if you have some. Okay. Or whatever it is that is hard for you to release. The challenge is letting go of the past. Okay. It's a new fall coming up. You know what I mean? Maybe this fall of 2025 is, you know, you'll be geared and ready to release whatever this is. But and for the most part, when it comes to study, let me read this to you, to Capricorn. It says, Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it is time to study again. All right. So this is saying take a break from the world, okay, and people and places and things. It says from time to time, it's important to go back and learn whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. All right. And if you don't understand what it is you're supposed to learn, just ask. All right. So what do you want to have access to at this time is the situation. And what it's telling me is that you don't know. You don't know. All right. When it comes to enlightenment, right? You may not be ready for it. When it comes to time, is this the past or the future, or is this current present? When it comes to access with this key here, all right, it feels like you're getting ready to lose access. When it comes to this feather, what is weighing heavy? Or do you need assistance of letting go of the weight? All right. Are you judging yourself? Or have you judged others and holding the weight of judging others? People, places, or things. But overall, the outcome is letting go. Letting go, Capricorn says, once you let go of the outcome, you will be able to release all emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and the guidance of spirit, as we have only our best intentions at heart, and you will do everything in your power to protect you. All right. So you gotta stop worrying about what other people do, other people say. You get what I'm saying? You gotta make it about you. But it feels like you're trying to make it about you with the people who don't serve you. And you need to stop doing that. You need to go back. You need to step into Virgo's energy and reintroduce yourself to yourself, because obviously you've lost yourself, Capricorn, to where you truly don't know thyself. Because when this opportunity presents itself, right, it's kind of like saying you want something, you ask your guide, you pray for something, and then it shows up, and technically you're not ready for it. You get what I'm saying? If you're asking God for wisdom, knowledge, you may not be ready for it because you could fall short. When it goes back into, when you're asking, to heal the past, you may find yourself in nostalgia and be stuck in a certain, and then it's hard for you to get out of that time period to be present. Okay. There was something about analytical energy. Who was that? I can't remember. But anywho, and then you have this key. And what you have access to is like you don't have a grip of it anymore. All right. And when it comes to the feather, it's just like, it's like the weight is being lifted or the judgment is being lifted, but you keep grabbing the feather. You don't want to. So it's kind of like you could be addicted to this type of a negative attention of being judged, or you could be addicted to, heaviness. And heaviness can come in many forms. It could be depression, sadness. It could be, having a lot of responsibilities and never get anything done. Overall message here, transformation message for Capricorn, please. It just feels like there's a Capricorn where you're trying to take God's responsibility, the weight of the world, and you haven't even mastered your own weight of your own world. Okay? Stop worrying about everything else, and you need to focus on your overall message. Stand your ground. So let's move this out of the way. Your overall transformation message, Capricorn, says, standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the okay. What I love about the depiction is this is an acorn. And doesn't this tree look like it's a tree that's supposed to produce, it's not acorn. And when acorns, I like the fact that Capricorn, you may not realize that you may go through a phase of not on what used to satisfy your needs. All right, moving forward. What other messages? What else does Capricorn need to know? What else? What else does Capricorn need to know? Thank you. All right, determination. All right, Capricorn. It was coming like this. So you need fire energy, all right, to go on the journey within. You may not be interested. You may not be interested in going, but if you decide not to go within in the waking, when you sleep, there's no running from it. So some of you Capricorns may be sleepless. You may lose sleep. You may refuse to go to sleep. You may keep yourself busy to prevent yourself from going to sleep because you're supposed to go on a journey. So if you're refusing that, it's not. Clarify. What is this? Clarify for thank you. Make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. That's the problem. The moon is here. All right. When the moon is open, that's the most deceptive. So you need to focus on you, Capricorn. I'm not trying to get you to isolate yourself. It's just, listen. Ugh. No candle, no dirt, no bulwark, no, excuse me. And this is all divine orchestrated. The universe is moving, is doing its thing. I'll say that. The universe space is doing its thing. Okay. And when it comes to your light, your light is supposed to be positioned somewhere in space. And unfortunately, if you, how do I say this? If you don't get your distractions in order, the last thing you want to do is be caught up in your dreams in a dream state. And when that happens, it's a recurring dream state that happens every time you go to sleep. There's no escaping it. And it's one of those dreams where it's kind of like you're dreaming, but it feels like it's like it's a cap. No, This could also, just bear with me because this is a sensitive situation. Uh, if you are another zodiac sign and you're dealing with the Capricorn could be in a mental facility. For those of you who are dealing with a family member or you know someone in a mental facility, they're asleep, but they're not sleep. They're a lot. They're living in their dream. They're stuck in the dream state. Now back to you, Capricorn. Um, you don't want to be caught up in your dream state where you're thinking that you're woke and you're going through a day and you're asleep the whole time. The days will pass you by. Give me a overall outcome message for Capricorn, please. And this message is not to scare you. I feel like this is something you already know what you need to do, Capricorn. Two of Pentacles, your priorities, what I said. And this is what I said, Capricorn. It says you're managing projects and time well and finding that you're navigating through your responsibilities with carefully plot ease. You are certainly busy, however, so be sure to take time to breathe and keep tidy schedule to avoid losing your balance. This is supposed to be the outcome. If you take the journey of going within, okay? If you choose not to, this is the outcome. You're having a difficult time keeping everything together. You may be feeling overwhelmed with your schedule, with bills, or perhaps more churned down events or plans that aren't in alignment with your needs or goals. Only bite off as much as you can chew, Capricorn, and prioritize what's important. Don't overinvest in things that aren't important. If you're neglecting home for work, then maybe it's time for a switch. And Capricorns that I'm talking to, you overexert yourself for attention with friends. Okay. Lord forbid all your friends take care of their business and you don't. Something's backwards. Moving forward, let's go ahead and keep going. What else does Capricorn need to know? Shed light on Capricorn, please. Shed light on Capricorn, please. Capricorn soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I'll let that soak in. Mirror, mirror on the wall type vibe. Okay. Give me one more for my Capricorns that don't like people. Give me one more for my Capricorns that don't like people. Thank you. Unbound, release your soul patterns. All right. This is confirmation of being stuck in your dream state. Release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay. It's time to ascend. It's time to reintroduce yourself to self. Okay. In order for you to be able to do that, you have to release. You have to go on this pathway of going within. Some of you don't want to face your shadow self. That's your business. What's the advice for my Capricorns that don't want to face their shadow self? No one's asking you to practice redemption. It's just saying, when fall comes, releasing the old so that you can experience the new, so you can welcome the new. You're being asked to release your shadow self so that you can reproduce a fresh shadow self that's more obedient to your balance of your shadow, shadow. All right. What is the advice for Capricorn? Humor and balance. Yeah. You think stuff is a game. I don't know who you are, but the last thing you want to do is be caught up in your dream state and end up in a mental hospital. I don't know who you are, but I do see that. It's like someone's testing universe, someone's testing the Most High, someone's testing source, someone's just testing life, period. And the reason why I'm saying someone, because we have zodiac signs who could be in Capricorn's energy. It's kind of like someone saying, oh, right? And then you find yourself associated with a devil worshiper. And then you realize that what you're more in it than you've associated. How do I say this? Capricorn. There's a Capricorn here. It's not oblivious. It's just like there's no such thing, right? And to only realize that you were the such thing the whole time. Something's making a believer out of someone. There's a Capricorn here where it's not obviously you laugh at those who take responsibility. You talk about them. But when the tables turn, what is the overall advice? What you don't see is the fact that you are afraid. So it just reminds me, I don't know if you've been in public school, because if you're homeschooled, you don't really get to be the class clown, because you just gonna be on timeout for the rest of the day, and possibly you can get a snack and you don't get to be a part of any activities, right? But if it's public school, it's kind of like the class clown, right? That needs attention, love, affection, and TLC. All right. There's a Capricorn here who's the class clown, but in the world. All right, moving forward, when it comes to fear, it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You want to be loved, Capricorn. So why act foolish? Why act like you don't want it? Because acting negative or acting out, if you're a Capricorn that likes toxicity, I'm not talking to you. But if you're a Capricorn where you're just like, I try, but I just keep messing up, you need to overcome this fear, and you need to release your shadow energy, and you need to, revisit yourself, but don't get lost in yourself. All right. Others of you, the side note, don't forget that if you choose to walk away from going within, you will be forced to go within. And if you're wondering, like, I can't sleep and all this thing, is because the alignment in space, your light is supposed to be where it's supposed to be, right? If you're experiencing deja vus, I'm not talking to you. You're where you're supposed to be. If you feel like you've done something again, or you've seen this before, I'm not talking to you, my love. You're exactly where you need to be. Okay. What other messages do you have for Capricorn? What other messages do you have for Capricorn? If you are ill, or not ill will, you know how you could just feel, under weather, or you have some type of health conditions. The reason why you have health conditions is because you have to stop doing what you've been doing. And you know what that is. It has nothing to do with not eating healthy. It has to do with some type of ill intention, or the way of thinking of hoarding this thinking about doing something, and you need to stop. That's why. And once you stop doing that, whatever illness or complications you have will be released from your body and your mind and your soul. Okay. Moving forward, what other messages do you have for Capricorn? I channeled that, Capricorn. Okay. So if you're like, where did she get that message from? She ain't putting no cards down. Baby, I was channeling. Okay. Just listen. Okay. I'm already drained. I feel like stopping this reading because I'm getting dizzy. That's how deep this channel is. In the beginning of everything, there was messages where I was not allowed to have access. All right. You're ready. All right. And it was coming in reverse. Communicate clearly. That's coming in reverse. My bad. That was coming in reverse. You are not ready. You have inner work that you need to do, Capricorn. All right. Divine is saying, all right, it just feels like if you don't accept the message from me, I don't care if you go in tarot world and listen to 1,000 readers, you're going to get the same message. And on top of the message, you're going to get more stuff you're not going to want to hear. So you need to listen. Get to where you need to be, where you're aligned. All right. You're not losing anything if you do what's right, Capricorn, for yourself. If you don't care about anyone else, at least I want you to care about yourself. Okay. No, I don't know anybody who wants to be caught up in a dream state, lost in their state. That's not a good place. I don't know any Capricorn. Oh, let me take that back. Let me not lie, because I don't lie. Believe me, I can tell you when I stopped lying, I was 13 years old. I made a promise to God I will not lie again. Okay. But moving forward, communicate clearly. Divine is speaking to you in so many ways, but you're not able to hear or see or understand. Your transformation message was steady. Just ask and let go. Grounding it all is standing your ground. No one's forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. I just don't. And this is how I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. You're a person that don't like vegetables. That's why I'm going to say it. The kid that don't like vegetables. And once you start eating your vegetables, you'll start seeing the benefits. That's just what it is. Divine is communicating with you, and you're not listening. No one's going to make you. You know what I mean? No one's going to make you do what you don't want to do, Capricorn. All right. Others of you, Capricorn, you are your own blockage. And the reason why you're your own blockage is because you keep telling yourself you're not ready for something. And you're making it very clear. You're saying no to something, people, places, or things. What is the overall message for Capricorn who is communicating clearly and saying no? What is the message? Thank you. That's up in the air. You're not saying no. It's like someone looking in the mirror talking about, I'm going to say no today. I'm going to say no today. And then you get outside and it's a yes, 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 yes. And knowing you should be saying no. So no, you're not ready. Work on your communication skills. Start practicing in the mirror and you'll get it. You'll get it. Okay. All right, let's move forward. I am message for Capricorn, please. Are you a Capricorn that always says no and you're being asked to stop saying no and say yes? All right. Place yourself on the side of the coin, the heads or the tails. All right. You have joy, new opening, the voice of heart, and being true. It feels like it's in this order, Capricorn, but I'll take it back to the steps if you want me to. Joy, fire, energy, a new opening, the fool's journey, starting again, starting that path, the voice of heart, following your heart, taking the journey, taking the path of going within and saying, you know what, divine, you win, got it. And then what you don't see is that then you really come out of who you truly are supposed to be and who you are. It's like the flourishing Capricorn, beautiful, the birth of a new. Welcome, everybody. Capricorn has stepped in the building. Okay. When it comes to being true, Capricorn, your I am message. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions into who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with power of love and truth. Congratulations, Capricorn. I am proud of you. And you will be proud of yourself if you are not yet. All right. So, what is the angel guide for Capricorn? Bay Area Pride. Let me finish this angel guide message. Hi. Right. Angel guide message for Capricorn, please. Thank you. Sacred plan. Confirmation of your whole session, Capricorn. Confirmation of your whole session. And let's go ahead and see what that entails. Sacred plan for Capricorn. All right. It says this card doesn't represent the plan that God has for your life, more the plan that comes to fruition based on your intentions and your highest good. You have been given the incredible gift of free will, and therefore your thoughts, deeds, actions, and intentions are in some way going out into the universe and creating the experiences, opportunities, and energies that are flowing in and out of your life. When this card appears, Capricorn, you are being encouraged to move into a state of surrender where you recognize that, excuse me, that you recognize that yes, your intentions have an impact on the creation of your life, but how those intentions unfold is not down to you, but in the hands of God. The divine plan is your intentions unfolding in the way that God, the universe, feels is for your growth and highest good. Know that every experience you have been through in your life has been a way maker on your journey towards growth and expansion. And your angels are acknowledging your growth now. All right. Okay, I can do questions now. Hello from England, London. Thank you. Welcome, Garnet. Is it MC Leary Price? Welcome and welcome, Bay Area 83 Pride. Hi. All right, so let me go ahead and Bay Area Pride, I'll go ahead and pull you your card, and then Bay Area Garnet, I will pull yours. So Bay Area, this is your message. All right, listen to your heart and go with all things sentimental and romantic. Share those tender moments with someone special. Feel free to express your feelings, dance like no one's watching, and be a giant goof. Have fun and be wild, Moonchild. All right. All right, Garnet. Let's go ahead and see what message comes out for you, okay? What message do you have for Garnet? Oh, all right. The Seven of Pentacles is up in the air. You said you have no one. All right. We'll pull your iron message. I don't even know what came out. What came out for you? I can't recall. We have the seven of Pentacles up in the air, Garnet. It says you understand the value of hard work and investing towards long-term goals. You're not interested in quick wins. The Seven of Pentacles is telling you to look at the bigger picture. You may be frustrated that some things are taking too long to come to fruition. Your efforts will not go unrewarded, but you must remain patient. Okay. Oh, okay. That was your message, Garnet. All right. So let me go ahead and pull you an I am message. I am message for Bay Area. I don't even know what card came out for you, to be honest. Harmony. Everything comes to light, release, freedom through faith. Okay. Freedom through faith, release, everything to light and harmony. Overall, I am message. Thank you. It's up in there, affirmation. All right, you need to speak life into this situation. It says, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and respected by others. So you're being asked to respect yourself, and you know what that means. All right. And that comes from a loving place. All right. I love you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Aquarius and Pisces is up next. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. Until we meet again, you're welcome.